History. Because this is the Black History Showcase, I'll be doing a disservice without talking a bit about history. And so, with that being said, when it comes to Black history, and you ask many people what comes to mind, many people would say slavery, especially when thinking here in the United States, right? However, we know that there was a history before slavery existed here in the States. Okay? So, in Africa, which is why we started with the piece that we started with, because we wanted to give the sounds of Africa, which transcended beyond what we know as the transatlantic slave trade that went from the western coastal lines of Africa and traveled all the way here to the United States. And of course, other places, such as the Caribbean islands and Brazil, to be more exact. Okay? So once you get here to the United States, you have these enslaved African peoples who are here, but they're stripped of everything that they know as their identity. Their names are taken, their traditions are taken, their clothing is taken, and they're given a sense of a new identity. They're given names that are not their own. Their language they cannot use. Everything is stripped, but their music. And so it was beyond the transatlantic slave trade that these enslaved Africans are now able to still communicate with one another through their music. And from this, you have what are known as syncopated rhythms, so rhythms that are offbeat in a sense, that we all love to listen to when it comes to the blues or jazz or gospel music or even rock music. And some wouldn't believe, but even country music. All of these had the foundations from these enslaved African peoples that were brought from the western coastlines of Africa here to the States. And so, because they were stripped of their identity and given this new identity except for their music, we then began to formulate what were known as spirituals. And because of these spirituals, we have these infused rhythms from Africa, infused with these rhythms and embellishments from concert music, which is from Europe, having this Eurocentric nature with opera music and arias and what we call art songs. And this infusion comes along and produces these spirituals. And so the next song that we're going to have tonight is called Down by the Riverside.